All right, should we do some CAGbag?
Sure.
Got a lot of CAGbag to get through here. Clicksby writes in and asks if anyone is playing VR anymore.
No.
No VR action.
No. It's not that I don't want to or that I
Yes,
hate
it is.
It's
Yes, it is.
that I don't hate it.
You don't want to.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you would be doing it.
It's like a pain in the ass to
Yeah.
set it up.
Exactly.
Mhm.
You could hurt yourself. The potential for hurting yourself is always there. Unless you have like a really big open space. And you know the the fortitude to not lean on something that's not there. Yeah, you might have a problem. But this one of the guys in my Parkinson's group who for the ping pong group bought the MetaQuest 3, and he's been really enjoying it. He's been asking me what games to get. So I told him Super Hot was pretty much like the number one.
Pistol Whip.
Told him that one too. That one might be too intense.
I think Pistol Whip. I like Pistol Whip a little more than Super Hot on VR.
I finished Super Hot VR. It was so
I'm
good.
Just saying, you're asking my opinion. I'm giving it to you.
I don't think I asked your opinion actually.
I think you did.
Oh, I did maybe.
I'm sure you did.
So that's exciting. No, we don't play that. I don't know where it is. What else we got? We have a bunch of questions related to politics that came in like a big wave. I'll just read through them quickly, and then you can address them if you like. J. Brad writes in and says, are you guys doing anything to prepare for the fallout of dumpster fire that is our government at the moment? Tin Hoy writes in and says, in these trying times, would you kindly please get just a bit political and mention the government system's takeover by unelected oligarchs? Your audience is varied, so hopefully, how do you know about our audience? So hopefully you can reach at least one person. We do have at least one person. And inject a whisper of sanity into their information bubble. And Conde Clone writes in and says, Wombat, seriously, why haven't you run for congressman? Wombat, address any or all of those comments.
Running for Congress is expensive. They gerrymandered my district again, so I would probably lose. And I've been doing this show too long where there are too many clips that would get me canceled.
Oh, right. That's true.
So those are all the reasons why I trust.
Can you get canceled anymore? I feel like you don't. People may like that now.
I would love to run for Congress. I think I would be good at it.
Okay.
And who knows, would I make a difference? I don't know, but I think I'd be good at it. And yeah.
Time to put out the probe. What do you call that? The exploratory probe.
Yes, I have to do an exploratory session. I think it's Anyway. Yes, it's very scary. It's all very scary. Everything I read is very scary. I hate everything. I hate every day that I put on the news.
Don't put on the news and don't read anything. That's what I've been doing.
It's insane. It's so mind-boggling, the things that are going on, the department of whatever, the Doge thing, going into records, the FAA changes, the threats of tariffs, the dismantling of the Department of Education. Like every day it's like, well, what? It's not like you can't do something crazy every day and then it's something different every day.
He's like, just watch.
Yeah. And I don't know, and I don't understand why. Part of it is I just don't. I mean, I guess there's greed. I guess but a lot of
people's daddies didn't love them enough when they were young.
Because it doesn't help anyone. But there are other ways to put simply. It's really easy to fleece the public from a political position without also hurting the public with your political position. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like you can do both. And I think that's what most politicians in this country really have done for the last 200 years. It's like, how do I get as much as I can get, but also at the same time, not really hurt the country?
Right. I think we're just in full on fuck it mode.
Yeah. And that sort of went away where now it's, I want to make sure that I get as much as I can, and I want to make sure I burn it all to the ground at the same time.
The most amazing thing is the Elon Path of Exile story. You know that?
Oh, that's the most amazing thing?
I mean,
that he cheated at a video game?
That
not that he stole the information of every American and is trying to fire people?
It's amazing that a 50-something-year-old billionaire thinks that he has to impress video game nerds by being good at a game or having a good character in a game to the point where he's going to hire somebody to get a good character and then lie about it and then play as if like it was himself and try to pass it off as himself. That just shows like there's a clip. Who's the comedian? What's his fucking name? Not Seth. Fucking Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis has the clip of him talking about Elon's Path of Exile thing and video game cheating as an adult and how it's like the saddest fucking thing ever, and it's pretty funny. You should see
that was all he did in the
of course.
Year,
But the point is that somebody who's going to cheat something that doesn't matter like that is willing to do anything basically.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't know like what we're supposed to do.
I don't know.
In terms of answering these guys' call for action.
I honestly don't know what to do. Like
I'd say stop reading things and try to make some money or make yourself happy. If you're not making yourself money or making yourself happy, then you're fucking up.
I'm trying to do all those things, but I also need to know what's going on in the world.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You don't. You're not a congressman, so you don't.
I should be.
Then you would have a reason to read all the newspapers. But since you're not in news or have anything,
I didn't even get to vote for my current congressman.
I feel like you need an outlet. Wombat, if you're going to read all that news, you need an outlet that makes you feel like you're doing something.
Right.
I play Fortnite and Marvel Snap.
Right.
Get my mind off it. Marvel Snap is like
no, but that's getting your mind off of it.
Right.
Like if you're really that like wrapped up in all of it and reading all of it, right. I feel like you need something that makes you feel like you're making a difference, not just consuming that and then going like to go play
and then going, oh, this sucks. This is making me feel bad. Because I was reading all the shit too previously. And then I'm like, well, I'm not going to do this anymore because it's just going to make me feel bad. And it's not like I host a show on politics or I write a newsletter on, whatever, tariffs.
I'm definitely not writing a newsletter.
So it's like, why am I educating myself on this stuff just to make myself feel bad?
Right. Like on a daily basis.
Yeah. All the time. Like just like you spend several hours reading a newspaper a day. Like
because, there are people that do that, like what's his name, Aaron Parnas, right? That's his name. He does a really good job at digesting the news every day in a way that like help make sense.
But I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't do that, so I don't have to read the news.
Yeah.
And if I don't need to know the news unless it like pertains to like my business or things that I'm interested in or like.
But all of these things will impact you, especially next year when you have a child in college.
I heard we're getting tax breaks in New York State for kids in college.
Yeah. New York State, one of the graces we have might be living in New York State, and hopefully that the governor can do everything she says she's going to do. Because, we're lucky. You don't have kids in public school anymore, but, only 8% of federal funding goes to, our kids' federal funding is only 8% for public schools, which is a good amount. But it's not, they're still 92%, as opposed to
the funding is working.
Yeah, as opposed to other places where federal funding makes up, 30%.
Sure.
And
you're gonna have to cancel math at those schools.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're gonna just
look. We can't all carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. For some of us, for some people, it's their job. And for some of us, like we talk about video games and movies and, or we sell ads on gay websites and things of that nature and tell people about video game deals. So I like to not feel bad all the time.
Yeah, I'm trying my best.
I'm trying to stay off the social media parts that are focusing on that and watching people with Tourette's.
I deleted X from my phone.
There you go.
That's gone. That's completely
X is
gone.
out.
I looked, I checked. I was very curious. I haven't tweeted like an actual like typed out tweet. Every now and again, there's a thing you push it out to like your Snap stats for the season and just hit the button and I get 100 credits in the game.
Gotta do that. Now it's gone.
That doesn't count as a tweet. But like an actual like a typed tweet, I haven't like gone to Twitter and tweeted anything since November.
Right. Here's what I think. Here's what I wonder. There's a lot of people. I don't know about in your area, Wombat or Shipwreck, but in my area, there are a lot of people who are driving Teslas. And I know that my area is also very blue. So I feel like there's a lot of people now driving these cars that they don't feel great about getting into every morning. I don't know. I mean, that would be me. Like, I know that I couldn't. And in fact,
Tesla sales dropped like 50% in parts of Europe, like France and Germany. They're
right. But I wonder, like, are people going to like actively try to blue people actively unload their Teslas? Like my neighbor, I got to talk to my neighbor. All I want to say is that I canceled my Model 3 pre-order in like 2018 because I could tell that he was a fucking asshole. I could tell he was already being really jerky and an asshole. And that was back in 2018. So I don't want to say that I'm a good judge of character, but I judge that character pretty well. Anyway, what else? Any other questions we need to answer? That's enough. That's a lot of show.
Yeah.
But hang in there, everybody. That's the point. Try not to look. Don't. If you realize that you're reading news and it's making you feel bad, like you don't need to do that to yourself. I'm not talking to you, Wombat. I'm not talking to you.
I'm hard disagreeing with you on this. You need to stay informed. It's very important in these times that you are aware of what is going on, especially in this country. And
what am I going to do about it?
It's not a question of what you're going to do about it. It's just knowing that something could be done to you.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'll find out about that. Someone will let me know when they're coming for the tall bald Jews.
They are.
They're coming for the tall bald Jews?
They are.
Fuck.
So, stay informed. Stay ahead of the game.
I can't even read.
You're not ahead of the game
news.
though. You're just reading the daily, like, here's the problems for today.
Right.
Right. Like I see them. It's not like I'm completely ignoring them, but like I see the headlines and I'm like, okay, well that's today's crap.
Right. I'm not clicking on that. I'm not going to click on that.
Right.
It's the knowing that nothing's going to happen is what's so frustrating. Like, oh, this is all illegal. Too bad nothing's going to happen to these people.
That's why I don't. That's why I'm not reading. Like New York Times raised their rates like right after the election. I was like, this is not good timing. Like I'm already looking to cut down on reading this shit. Like you're not giving me a reason to cancel. It's like I don't know. A lot of people are not getting it.
But on the other hand, you're supposed to compliment me on how good my shoulders look in this T-shirt.
Your shoulders? What do you mean? How good do they look?
They look good, right?
I mean.
They're my feminine. Orange Theory shoulders.
They look very feminine. How about these shoulders? Look at these shoulders. What about that? Look.
Perfect.
I got incredible.
We all have shoulders.
I have incredible carpal tunnel and tennis elbow right now. I can't even like do anything. I need to go to a doctor. Actually, not funny.
All right.
Send me your home remedies so I don't have to go to the doctor, please. Thank you. All right. I think that's it. I think we solved all the nation's problems. Mm-hmm. Just look away, young man.